Holds unqualified. I see it. Yeah, thanks. Should have been our pregame talk instead of our halftime talk. I thought their physicality to start the game, talking about Kentucky's physicality with us, we did not handle very well. Here you go. There's that back in case you need it. We didn't handle their physicality. We talked about that. Handling their physicality in the third quarter, we did. And in the second half, I thought we did. But it was frustrating. We got frustrated. To their credit, to Kentucky's credit, they had us well scouted. They had our tendencies down. They took away our first and second options, and we started settling a little bit. And then in the second half, we did a better job of not doing that. No question. Yeah, we had plenty of opportunities against tough teams. I'm not going to make any excuse. It was all Kentucky just being extra physical. I can give you some reasons. I can sit up here and tell you that we haven't had our guys practice team during the break. That would be an excuse. I could tell you that we have a hard time simulating that in practice. That's an excuse. And I'm going to mention them because they are reasons, but they're not excuses. We still should have handled it better. I think we played enough teams to be physically ready. I just think Kentucky amped it up. I really do. I think we got off to a good start, and I think their coaching staff got them together faster than I got ours together. They made the adjustment quicker, and it was just too big of a hole to dig out of. You know, we expended so much energy coming back. Carly Keats came in and gave us a big lift off the bench, hitting some threes. And I think we took the lead at some point. Y'all have to go back and look in the third quarter. I think we took a lead, and then immediately we don't get back in transition defense, and they lay one in on us. And that's demoralizing. But all credit to Kentucky for doing all that. We obviously, didn't get maximum minutes out of Merriam tonight because of foul trouble. Again, that's a credit to them for doing things to get her in that situation. We're a much better defensive team when she's in the game and not. I said before the game, y'all go back and check me and research it. I've been saying I think Petty's the most improved player in the SEC. I've watched it throughout the non-conference. I watch it very closely. I'm on the WBCA awards committee, so I watch individual play, and I've just been wowed by what she's done in the offseason and how their staff has gotten her focused, how they use her, how they play through her to see her 22. And then she just dominated. Saylor had to play 40 minutes. She had to guard out of position. She had to do a lot of things that we don't work on and she's never had to do. So, again, back to just Kentucky taking it to us. Yeah, the matchup was in her favor, and I thought she did a really good job exploiting it and being in attack mode in transition. She's a junior now, so she's in that spot where she wants to win. Freshmen want to play, sophomores want to score, juniors want to win, seniors want to win and get their degree. So Sam's there. She's really matured in a lot of ways. She had good conversations with Merriam about, it being one game and how don't let one of 16 games get you down. This role's new for Merriam as a sophomore, even though she played for us some last year, not as a starter. But Sam's leadership has been amazing. And then to go into kind of a takeover mode there for the bulk of that third quarter, just didn't have a chance to get her enough of a break to where she could continue it.
What would your approach be to practice as you prepare for your next game?
I'm sorry, I heard part of it when you were talking. Then you got the microphone. I couldn't hear you.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. It's not your fault.
Considering how you got what you said about Kentucky and how well your women played tonight, what would your approach be to practice as you prepare for your next game?
Yeah, that's the hard thing about this league is you expend all this energy tonight and you got a quick turnaround. And guess who we got on Sunday? We got Georgia, who's one of the more physical teams in the country and in our league. So it's going to be – you don't have a lot of time. It's all recovery. There'll be very little prep. It'll be heavy in recovery. A lot of film work on Georgia. We got to flush this one. I told the kids, we can think about it on the plane ride home tonight, but as soon as our feet hit the ground back in Fayetteville, we've got to turn our focus to Georgia, learn from our lessons, and be ready. And I do think we handled it better in the second half. I think you look at that and know we're capable of doing it. I think we can, it's going to be a hard job for us as coaches to go find enough positives to have a really energetic, because you can't use a lot of energy tomorrow because you just expended a lot. But Georgia plays a little bit more zone. So we'll get back to work tomorrow afternoon, and we'll have tomorrow and Saturday to get prepared for them.
Coach, you've got one of the best freshmen in the nation on your roster, a real contributor for this team. In your perspective, how did Kentucky do a good job of containing Talia Scott tonight?
Well, I thought they had multiple bodies around her, really forced her to play, with a lack of space. She is so good when you get her into space. And some of the things that we've been able to do early in the season to get her to space, Kentucky took away from us. I'll say this. I think Kyra has put together a staff over there. Look how many head coaches are sitting over there. We've talked about that. She's put together a group of coaches that knows they've been there. They know what to suggest. They know how to make adjustments. They know how to scout. And I thought they did a really good job of making Talia play crowded. And Talia will learn from it. We're going to keep letting her learn on the fly. That's what we do here. We brought her here for a reason, to play aggressive and make plays. So I thought Kentucky did a good job, though, of making it hard for her to do what she's been doing. So we'll see some growth in her.
Coach, how do you feel about your shot selection in that first half?
Yeah, if you don't watch us practice, you can kind of scratch your head a little bit. Yeah, there was a few times that I thought we had drives to the basket that we passed it. And then there were times I thought we had an open three and we turned it down. That tells me there's a little bit of indecision in our shot selection. And it was okay, though. It's not come watch this practice. We can make those shots, So sometimes it does look like, especially when you go for 3 for 15, 2 for 15 or whatever it was. They're all shots for the most part. We missed 5 layups, too, in the first quarter. Saylor missed 2, Miriam missed 2, and I think Sam missed 1 that you saw her make the rest of the game. So I honestly, and I'm hopeful of this, and I might be wrong. As coaches, sometimes it's really hard to come in here right after because you don't have the advantage of the film. I hope that, it was a little bit of nerves. We do play a lot of freshmen. I do play 2 sophomores. I hope that was a lot. Rupp Arena is a big deal. I know it's not their home court, but it's a huge home court advantage because our kids grow up hearing about Rupp. We came in, we took pictures, and, that's always worth a few points. So I thought the crowd got into it when they needed to. So I thought it was okay, but it could have probably been a little bit better. Oh, okay. Thank you.